don't want any plastic. I don't want any ground floors. And I don't want to get married ever in any. You understand that? I want to do what I want to do.
Hey friends, welcome to Soja Videos. My name is Joan, and today I'm going to be showing you guys what it was like trying rug tufting for the very first time. I feel like rug tufting is a pretty new art hobby slash trend that's popped up. I've seen a lot of major cities start hosting classes for it and people going and showing it on TikTok. So on my recent trip to Taiwan, I actually tried out a class myself and made this! I'm not even exaggerating when I say I feel like this is one of my greatest accomplishments and things I've ever made. So if you're curious about rug tufting, how you do it, what a class looks like, and how I got to making something like this, let me show you how it all went down. So once we were let into the studio for our class, the first thing we noticed was the huge wall of multicolored yarn. And our teachers had actually already drawn up our designs that we sent in beforehand, so all there was left to do was to start rug tufting. After a brief lesson on how to string up our yarn and use our rug tufting gun, we got straight into some practice by tracing out these shapes they had drawn beforehand. And honestly, it was a little harder than I thought at first. But after a few tries, it was quick to get used to, and I think we were ready for the real deal on our actual rug. My training is done. How are you doing? So our teachers had advised us to start working on our pupils or eyes, since that was probably the easiest part to start with. It's just a block of color without any tracing. And the idea is that we'd work on our piece in parts, so tracing out any shapes or filling in any colors that were similar before finishing up the whole rug. I was so glad the teachers were so helpful in making sure that everything was going smoothly and giving some advice and tips when needed. And soon enough, I was moving on to filling in the whites of the eyes with some white yarn. Again, it took some time to get into the rhythm of rug tufting. Not only did you have to hold and use the rug tufting gun, but you also had to be mindful of the yarn, which slipped out quite often if you weren't careful. However, again, after some time getting used to it, you slowly just get into the rhythm, and then I was able to fill in and finish both my eyes. Most of the rug tufting experience from my perspective was actually looking at the back side of the rug, where I pulsed my gun to make vertical lines to fill in the eyes. My practice ones look so bad. This is the one that the teacher did, this is the one that I did. But so far the eyes are looking not bad. After the eyes was on to tracing my stars. One of the teachers first showed me how to do the tracing properly and how thick I needed to make the border, and I was instructed to trace out all 3 of my stars before filling them in with color. Now, as I mentioned before, tracing seemed the more daunting part, since how well I traced would determine if my stars look cute or instead really wonky. Thankfully though, it seemed that the tracing skills were getting better, however I was making a few more mistakes somewhere else. However, it was no big deal, we quickly recovered, and I finished completing the first trace of my first star. And I say first trace because we were instructed that any tracing to be done for any shapes needed to be done twice, as the rug would be too thin to actually show up properly as a border. So once I finished my second pass of tracing for the first star, I finished the second one as well, and it was on to finishing my third one. With tracing done, it was on to filling in my colorful stars. I wanted to change one of my colors for my stars. I don't know if I should go for a blue or for a pink. There's so many colors. Like this color maybe? So light blue would also be cute, but this is like warm colors. I think I'll go with this one. Finally, I got to filling in my stars. I started off with a yellow color. And similar to the eyes, filling in with color is just using vertical lines to fill in the traced shape. So we just do line after line after line until we filled it in, as I've done here. We also need to make sure if we filled in enough yarn to make sure that the rug didn't come loose later. The whole gun. I'm filling in my stars. How's your progress? Wow. Cute. That's so funny. Oh my gosh, it's fluffy.
Je peux sentir le chat, ça me fait quelque chose.
Progress so far, 2 out of 3 stars, and then honestly the rest I have to do is just put this all on black. I think do a white border as well. Oh, you're filling yours in! But it looks like a weird lipstick on the side. It's cute! On my side. Everyone else's also look really cute. and then I'll be filling it in with black, and I'll be done. But there's still a few more steps before being done. I'm the most scared of tracing. Tracing is terrifying because the minute it gets all skew of the shape, I start freaking out. And it's so hard to control sometimes. My perspective is always just this, so it's like nice neat lines, but then the actual side of the road is on the other side, so I actually want it to be like this. I think the future says if I want a thicker border, I can go one more time on the white, I think I will, and fill the inside with black. I'm trying to get like a little bit of a blister. I mean, it's not that serious. It's just my grip and hand strength is being tested right now. I'm gonna start on my black, and then my mom's also. You're doing well, look. Filling it in is the most satisfying part. It's just line after line after line, fill the whole thing. From my angle, all I see are these lines that are uneven and weirdly spaced. But I think on the other side it looks a lot better. Almost done. Oh, he looks so cute. So progress so far. He's slowly being filled in. I'm actually doing some last minute touches, but she put my gun on like hyper speed mode, I swear. Oh my god. I have to make sure that the carpet feels like tough and even, like thick, and not like loose in some areas. I finally finished filling in my black. Look at how cute my suit sprite looks. Our teacher put on some glue on the back, cut it out, and it was on to the last few steps. Oh, your bear! Your bear's finished. And then what does it look like on the other side? Cute! All the yarn on the floor. So our instructors glued on the rug backing for us, and then it was our job to start trimming it. We just had to make sure to cut off all the excess and double check that nothing was showing when we looked at the rug from the front side. Oh, cute! I have to make sure there's no sticky part sticking out. I gotta cut that off. After we finished trimming the rug backing, it was on to shearing our projects. Wow, that felt like a lot. This was to make sure we cut off any stray hairs that were sticking out too long from the rest of the rug, and overall just to even out the surface of our rug. Oh, that's scary. Yeah, this was my first time using shears, so I was pretty afraid of just making an indent or a hole into my rug if I pressed down too hard. Part of the technique was making sure that everything was level and you were pressing not too hard but not too softly to cut everything properly. Other people's creations, they're so adorable. Oh, the snore mark! That's so adorable. We We're using a little brush just to brush out all the little like fur bits and just to clean everything up. It's the last touches and then we're done. I feel accomplished. I did something. I made this. So proud. So I'm home back from Taiwan now, and I've added our little suit sprite rug to my room decor setup. Tell me it doesn't fit perfectly. Rug tufting was honestly an amazing experience, and I can't wait to try it again. So I highly recommend it if you guys are considering trying rug tufting for yourselves. But with that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!
She got me thinking life could be better. These songs start to feel